Hello world, peace to you all, man. Welcome to my channel. My name's Reggie. This is my very first time making a YouTube video. Like you guys, I check out videos on YouTube, and sometimes I stumble across some fairly informative information. And with that being said, it's really helped me out a lot in my life, man. So I figure, well, what better way to repay my debt than to, bestow some of the knowledge that I've gained upon, people younger than me or whoever, older, whoever needs this information, basically. So, with that being said, the name of my channel is Love, Liberty, and Light. Very simple, very positive place when I come here. That's how I try to live my life, throughout positivity. I'm a firm believer in the laws of attraction. I've watched it work for me, numerous times, and then there have been times where I've also gotten caught back into the vicious cycle of life, as we all do, and so with that being said, I feel like it's my duty, man, to just try to not only help myself but help everybody else as well. So a lot of the things that I will be discussing here on my channel is gonna it's just gonna pertain to just everyday things in life, that we all go through, emotions, whatever the case is, man. There's a lot going on that we all don't really get to pay attention to because our day-to-day lives have become such a cycle that it's a routine. We wake up, we go to work, we come home, eat, go to sleep. That's basically it. And with that being said, we miss out on a lot of life that we really shouldn't be. You miss out on a lot of things that you really actually come to this place to do and to enjoy yourself. So with that being said, I guess I'll start off with a little topic today and not just be a teaser or whatnot. I did write a couple notes. Let me see here. Like I said, my channel is about positivity, man. That's probably the most important thing in your life, is to, whatever positivity is to you, try to bring it into your life. You know what I mean? Like if you, the hardest thing to do, is to try to explain to someone that the world's not as bad as it looks. And one of the best things that I've ever come across is, you can look at the world in one of two ways. Either your glass is half empty or it's half full. Granted, this is a bottle, but you catch my drift. You either are halfway to something or halfway to nothing, man. It's really crazy that, a lot of us, we're just taught to look at ourselves in a light that, like we're not good enough, we can never achieve the things that we want to achieve. And, where the hell does all of this come from, Like, seriously, because all the people that have achieved the things that they want and have, pretty sure they don't feel that way. So, there must be something a lot deeper here than what's really being, what's really going on, because to me, I've watched the law of attraction work for me perfectly. I've been in situations. There was one of the best moments of my life ever. I'm from Florida. I was born and raised here, and I wanted to move to Colorado, and I really didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't have a car. I didn't have anything. I was working at Pizza Hut as a cook part-time, so it was really rough. And as crazy as it seems, I know I probably shouldn't be saying this because I do not promote drugs at all for anybody else other than myself. But with that being said, I ended up experimenting with LSD, acid, and after I had that experience, it changed my entire life. I learned about the law of attraction and all these crazy, things that I thought were magical that are actually, it's just energy. Anybody that knows anything knows that everything runs off of energy. So with that being said, there's energy that you can see and there's energy that you can't, and you can channel it all, and after I took the LSD, that was one of the things that I really truly learned. And like I said, I was working at Pizza Hut, and as crazy as it was, I ended up finding a guy moved to Florida from Idaho, and I found this guy basically, just going about my regular day like I would, and he had a scooter, and he just so happened to like be getting ready to go back home. So he wasn't going to drive the scooter all the way back to Idaho, obviously. So he ended up selling it to me for, I want to say roughly, what was it, $200? You know, it was crazy cheap. So he sold me the scooter for $200. As awesome as that was, I didn't have any transportation, so I needed something. So fortunately, I got the scooter. It only cost me $2 a week to go to work, where I was paying like $10 a day previously to get rides from people, you know, to go here and there, things of that nature. So in turn, I started saving myself tons of money. Now, mind you, all of this is after the LSD and all the positive thinking. You know, I stopped thinking negative. I stopped eating horrible things from McDonald's and crap like that. You know, and I just started being more conscious and, you know, caring about what I did for myself more so than anything, you know, for everybody else, straight up. So with that being said, you know, I got the scooter, and I worked for, I want to say, at least 2 good months, and I saved up, you know, a decent amount of money, roughly $1,500, and, you know, I had been looking for a car online for those 2 months, you know, just trying to find something that I could actually drive all the way to Colorado. And every time I, you know, got online and I found a car, I'd go check it out. It never ended up being exactly what I needed it to be. So, you know, that didn't really work out. As far as, you know, just trying to have the positive thinking vibe and, you know, sitting on my butt and looking through the computer and trying to find stuff. So, you know, I took it upon myself to just, you know, like, stop worrying about things more so than anything and just start living. So, you know, I started going to the park, you know, just going to the beach, reading a book, you know, smoking a joint, whatever it was that I had to do, you know, maybe before work, after, just to keep myself relaxed and enjoy myself, you know what I mean? Just make sure that I was always in a positive vibration. And, you know, lo and behold, one day I was actually headed to the beach on my scooter, and I saw this car. It's perfect, my car now, but I saw this car, and it was just sitting there. It was awesome. So I called the guy, and he wanted $1,500 for it. And unfortunately, I didn't want to pay $1,500 at the time, so I ended up, you know, working out a deal with him, where I was able to give him $500 one week, and then, you know, $500 the next week, just so that way, you know, I wasn't like completely broke. And you know the idea, man. You want to make sure that you're making a worthy investment. I wanted to check the car out and everything else. So, you know, we worked out the payment plan. I ended up buying the car for $1,000. You know, and that was probably, all this stuff happened for me within a 3-month time frame. Now, prior to that, I was an extreme alcoholic, going out partying weekly, you know, spending hundreds of dollars a month on basically nothing, you know. And just as crazy as it seems, one little action for myself, not one action, but one change in my thought process really helped me just get a grip on the things that I wanted. And, you know, before I knew it, I was driving my 1999 Mercury Grand Marquis all the way to Colorado. You know, I stayed there for 2 years. I enjoyed it, and I ended up, you know, driving back home because, you know, I could afford it. You know what I mean? It was one of those things where I wanted to go out and I wanted to see something new, and I was able to do it for myself. You know, and that's what the law of attraction does, and that's what positivity does. But like I said, man, you really do have to focus. You know, you have to focus on the things that you do want, not the things that you don't want. You know, don't think about, man, I don't want to be late, so I'm going to drive fast. No, it's not about that. Know that you're not going to be late, and, you know, the actions that you take will benefit, you know, your thought process. And it all happens right on time, you know. That's really what it's all about. I know my video is pretty long, but like I said, man, this is my very, very first video, so I do appreciate you checking out my channel. Name of the channel is Love, Light, and Liberty, and, you know, man, we're just here to discuss, you know, just regular stuff in the world, man. If there's anything that you guys have questions about, whatever you want me to talk about, and if I know it, you know, I'll bestow some knowledge to you. If I don't, then I'll refer you to, you know, the best place to get that knowledge. Straight up. Peace, man. Love, liberty, and light.